Alright, ladies and gentlemen, homework book, chapter 7, ratio, challenging practice A. Well, these problems are supposed to be kind of harder, but I'm sure it's not a problem for you if you do everything right, step by step, and if you completed everything, like the whole work before. Alright, problem number 1. The figure is made up of two circles, x and y. The ratio of the shaded area to the area of the circle x is 3 to 8. The ratio of the shaded area to the area of circle y is 2 to 5. The shaded area itself is 72 centimeters. What is the difference in area between the shaded part and the unshaded part of the figure? Okay, that's actually not too hard at all, right? So we have our shaded area to well, I need to write area, our shaded area, unshaded area, unshaded area. Unshaded area of x, right, of the big circle. Let's consider it first. It is what, 3. Well, if shaded area, they give us the shaded area is 3 to 8, right? So it's 3, 8 basically, right? So it means that unshaded will be 5, 8. Right, if we consider this circle. So it's 3 to 5. Shaded to unshaded, not to the total circle, right? Shaded to unshaded. Okay, and they give us the shaded area is 72 square centimeters, right? So we basically need to find this number, right? We need to find this number. How do we go from 3 to 72? We need to multiply by 24. And we need to multiply by 24 to here too, and we will get our 120. Alright? Again, I will remind you the cross rule here. So I will just do it the same thing but different way, right? If you have two ratios, if you have one ratio and you have this ratio 72, but you don't know what is this number, right? You can apply cross rule. You can multiply these numbers and you can divide by this number. Okay, multiply these two and divide by this. So your number will be 72 times 5 divided by 3, right? That's like the fast way to do it. So you calculate, the answer is going to be the same. Alright, so this 120, right? So this is our unshaded area of x is 120 square centimeters, right? We do the same thing, totally same thing with the small circle, right? So you have your shaded area to unshaded area of y, right? So the same thing here. So if this one is 2 to 5, this one should be 3 to 5, right? In this small circle. And this is what we write, 2 to 3, right? This is our ratio, 2 to 3. If 2 is 72, and we know that we need to multiply now by 36, right? And this is gonna be what? We need to multiply this side by 36 too, right? So that's gonna be 108. Okay, this is your answer. Unshaded area of y is or equal 108 square centimeters. All right, and that's it. So they asking us a question. What's the difference of the between the shaded part and the unshaded part of the figure? So we need to find unshaded part of the figure first. Right, so we just start add it up. Unshaded area of x and y together. 120, 108, right? So 120 plus 108 is how much? 228 square centimeters, right? So this is our total unshaded. So the difference is 228 minus our shaded area is 72, right? 72, and the difference is 156 square centimeters. And you need to write it as a sentence. The difference in area is 156 centimeters square. Not gonna write that, no place. Alright. Problem number 2. Container A and container B are identical. Container A is 3/4 filled with water. Container B is 1/3 filled with water. Okay. The ratio of the total mass of container A and its contents to the total mass of the container B and its contents is 7:5. The total mass of the two containers with their contents is 1020 grams. What's the mass of each empty container? Alright, so if you have problem, not even if you have problem, but sometimes it's hard to think as in, would like to imagine the model, right? So try to imagine the kind of more realistic image of what you have. So you have two containers, A and B, right? And they're identical. Container A is 3/4 filled with water, right? So if they're like, I don't know, 3/4, right? There is water, 3/4. And another one is filled 1/3, so 1/3 filled with water. Alright, and you have the total mass here, and you have the total mass here. And these masses have a ratio 7:5. Okay? This will help you just to understand the problem. And and they tell you that the total mass of everything is, so let's use our figures, right? Figure brackets, is that how you call it? 1020 grams. Alright? This is your problem now. Okay? Now let's think about the solution, right? So you have total mass, so mass of A and contents. Alright? So mass of A and contents is 7 units, right? We consider our ratio 7 units. So this is what you draw: 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then you have the same for B, mass of B and contents, right? What is it? 5 units, right? 5 units. And you know that the total is 1020 grams. Alright? Okay. So clearly, how many units total? 12. Right? So mass of B and contents is equal to 1 unit is 1020 grams divided by 12. This is 1 unit, right? Alright. And we multiplied by how many? 5 units over here, right? 5 units. Okay? So 425 grams. Alright? Now we can also calculate the difference. This is the difference, right? This 2 units. This the difference. The difference is 2 units. So 2 units is how much? So 1 unit is 1020 divided by 12 times 2, right? This is 170 grams. Alright? So we just found the difference. We found how much container A is heavier than container B. Obviously there is more water here than here, right? So the total mass is bigger. So we found how much bigger, right? We found that the difference is 170 grams. Alright? Now we need to think about our water. Okay, so there is a container A and there is container B, and they're totally same, so we draw our unit bars. They're totally same. Okay, now how are they filled with water? How are they filled with water? Well, this one is, we know that it's container A is filled 3/4 with water, right? So yeah, well, I'm gonna do it like this. So you see there's 3 units, right? But I need to use them, so I'm gonna erase this. These 3 units filled with water, right? 3 units filled with water. I can use another color here, blue, right? These 3 units filled with water. Okay? Alright, now container B. How do we show that it's 1/3? So we need to, because they're identical, we need to do something about it, right? So we just split it, every big unit, into 3 small units. And this is what we do, the same thing. We do the same thing here. Well, we did that many times. So we make breaking like to 12 units, something from 4 and 3 units, right? So now we can split into 3 parts: 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3, right? So this is the part that is filled with water. Okay, 4 units. All right. We got our model. Everything becomes very clear, and we can see what is our difference, right? Let me use another color. This is sorry. This is our difference, right? 5 units, and this is our difference, 5 units. So this is what we write. 5 units is 170 gram. So how much is 1 unit? 1 unit is 170 divided by 5, 34 gram. 34 gram, right? So how much is 4 units? 4 units is 34 times 4, 136 gram. And 4 units is this water inside B, right? Now we know the mass of the B with water, and we know the mass of the water, okay? So this is how we answer our question, right? What is the container? The container is 425. Let me write it here. 425 minus 136, right? 289 gram, right? 289 gram. That's it. That's your answer. The mass of each empty container is 289 grams. The mass of each empty container is 289 grams. All right. Next problem. Amina, Geta, and Muthu shared a sum of money. The ratio of the amount of money Amina has to the total amount of money Geta and Muthu have is 1:3. Okay. The ratio of the amount of money Geta has to the total amount of money of Amina and Muthu have is 5:11. Muthu has 51 more than Amina. Find the sum of money. All right. Same thing here. Seems like too much information, but do everything step by step. So the first sentence, so 3 girls, right? They share some certain amount of money. So the ratio of the amount of money Amina has to the total amount of money Geta and Muthu have is 1:3. This is what we draw, right? Our ratio is 1:3 between like Amina and Geta and Muthu, right? So one side 2 girls, other side 1 girl. All right. Now we have another ratio. Next sentence, the ratio of the amount of money Geta has, right? Geta to the total amount of money Amina and Muthu has. Now different ratio. Amina and Muthu, what are weird names? Muthu, okay, have 5:11. 5:11. Now we have 2 ratios, right? So this is again the testing your ability to bring to equivalent ratio. So 5 plus 11 is total 16 units, right? And here is total 4 units. 4 units, right? So how do we bring from total of 4 units to total of 14 units, or 16 units? We need to multiply it by 4, right? We multiply it by 4. So 3 times 4 gonna be 12, and 1 times 4 is gonna be 4, right? But it's the same amount of money. So now our ratio becomes 4:12. We have our also 16 units, same money. Now we can work with that. We have 2 two same ratios, right? Well, ratios are different, but I mean within the same range. Okay. What do we do next? We need to think about our three quantities. It means that amina has 4, geta has 5, right? And now we can rewrite our ratio, like these two ratios, into a ratio with 3 girls. Musa, Amina has 4, Geda has 5, and Mutu has the rest, right? And the rest is 7. Alright? Okay, this is what we got. 45 to 7. And they tell us last sentence, Mutu has $51 more than Amina. Okay. Mutu has 7 units. Amina has 4 units. The difference is 3 units. 3 units. And 3 units is 51 more than Amina. 51. Alright? So 1 unit is 51 divided by 3 is equal to $17. Right? So now they're asking us the question, find the sum of money. How much money was total before? Well, our total amount of money is 16 units. Right? So 16 units is 16 times 17, which is $272. The sum of money is $272. Alright. Right, problem number 4. There are a total of 364 fish in an aquarium. Half of the number of angelfish is 6/7 times the number of guppies. The ratio of the number of goldfish to the number of angelfish is 3 to 4. Find the ratio of the number of angelfish to the number of goldfish to the number of guppies. How many more angelfish than goldfish are there in the aquarium? Alright. Everything again step by step. We are working with the fish, right? The number of the fish, right? So this is what you have to keep in mind. So 1/2 of the number of angelfish, right? 1/2 of angelfish. Angelfish is same thing as 6/7 of the guppies. Right? This is what you do, right? But at the moment, these numbers are incomparable, right? This is 1 and this is 6. We need to bring them to common numerator, right? 6 of angelfish. 6 of angelfish. 6 of guppies, right? But we transform this fraction, so it's 1/2. It means it's going to be 6/12, right? Now we can work with it. This is 6 and this is 6, all right? Now these numbers are comparable. Now we're talking about units, right? So how many units here, right? There are 12 units. There are 12 units of angelfish, and 7 units of guppies. 7 units of guppies. Okay. Now we think about our ratio here. The ratio of the number of goldfish to the number of angelfish is 3 to 4. Let's write it down. Goldfish, angelfish, right? Ratio between them, right? Goldfish is 3, angelfish is 4. All right? But we know now that our angelfish is 12 units, right? 12 units. 12 units. So what is this then? How many units is that? 4 to 12 times 3, right? 3 times 3 is 9, right? This is how many units. Now we can build the ratio between all of them, right? So, what are we doing? Sorry. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so ratio between all of the fishes altogether, right? So it is, what is it? Angelfish to goldfish to guppies. Goldfish to guppies. Alright? Angelfish, we just found out it's 12 units. Goldfish, we just found out it's 9 units. And guppies, we also found out it is 7 units. Okay? 7 units. So 12 to 9 to 7. 12 to 9 to 7. Okay, this is our A, right? This is what they ask us. Find the ratio between all of them. Sorry. Now we find our B. How many more angelfish than goldfish are there in the aquarium? Angelfish than goldfish. Angelfish is 12 units, right? Angelfish 12 units. Goldfish is 9 units. What is the difference? The difference is 3 units, right? 3 units. And we need to find our total, right? So total is 12 plus 9 plus 7. 12 plus 9 plus 7 is how many? 28 units. 28 units. And from the first sentence of the problem, we know there are a total of 364 fish, right? 28 units is 364 fish. So if it is, so what is 3 units then? 3 units is 364 divided by 28. This is going to be 1 unit, right? 364 fish divided by total of 28 units. That's going to be 1 unit. Times, so this is going to be 13 actually, right? Times 3. So 13 times 3 is 39. And again, I don't have place to write, but you should write. There are 39 more angelfish than goldfish in the aquarium.